The pride of the United Space Research R&D Department, the Ghost is the pinnacle of stealth warfare. Its ability to disappear and then reappear right where its target isn't expecting has made it infamous. Most believe it to be a myth, the boogeyman, an invisible nightmare meant to teach young ensigns to be mindful of their surroundings and expect the unexpected. But we know that to be otherwise. Able to unleash a hail of rockets moments after dropping its cloaking drive, the Ghost is both a powerful weapon in the hands of a capable captain, but also a powerful deterrent for any who would think to cross the USR. Luckily, most aren't that reckless or stupid. Hello there, fellow captains. This is Connor, and welcome back to Fractured Space. An overview of ships. Something I've done before, but you could say I'm doing a redux. I'm going to be overviewing every ship in the game. Now, an overview is not a review. It's basically me just going over a ship, how it plays, and generally my thoughts on the ship. And the first one I've decided to do with the returning to Fractured Space is the United Space Research Ghost. But before I get into that, I would just like to say, when is the game truly dead? I mean, that's something I have trouble with. I mean, there's only two options in my head at least. Is it when the game has no players? Or is it when the game has its server shut down? I mean, obviously that's not true because I'm currently playing the game, so the servers are still active, but there's nobody playing. At least nobody whenever I try to matchmake. I mean, there's probably a couple of people out there playing it now and again against bots, but honestly, there are people saying Fractured Space is dead. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'd say that it's in what would the word be? Vegetative state? Coma? That's more accurate than dead, I guess. But it's still not in good shape, and I really wish it would return, even if it were to just be listed on Steam as free to play again. Even buying it for a tenner, I don't know. I just want it back. I miss it, and bots are not fun. But anyway, I'm getting myself distracted as I usually do. We're going to be doing an overview of the Ghost. Now, the Ghost is a stealth ship. Stealth in this game works a little bit differently than it does in Dreadnought, because a lot of my viewers and subscribers at the moment are fans of Dreadnought, as am I. In this game, when you're cloaked, you're completely cloaked. There are ships in the game such as the Pioneer that can take you out of cloak by sending out some sort of pulse that will disable your cloaking drive or whatever. But for the most part, you're completely invisible. You cannot see a player that is cloaked unless you're on that player's team, of course. And that's why it's so fun being a cloaked ship in Fractured Space. In Dreadnought, you kind of just turn into like a translucent jelly. You're not hard to see whatsoever. I mean, I don't get it. Why it's even a thing in Dreadnought. But anyway, in this game, it's fun. So we'll go through the ship loadout. And, I mean, there's some info here. This is info I find interesting. I mean, these things here, not so much. Not really. The difficulty, I tend to not take or put too much heed into that, because every ship in the game has about the same number of abilities or modules. But this is the information I find useful here. This is the stuff I love. Crew members, 4,185. Length of the ship, 1,017 meters. Base hull strength, which is just, you know, health points really, 7,000. Initial max speed, 667. Is that miles per hour, kilometers per hour? I'm not sure. But let's get into the modules, because that's where this thing gets real fun. So here we have the loadout. Now, unlike in other ships in Fractured Space, the Ghost only has one ability that inflicts damage. Now, it has other modules that assist in dealing damage, but all you have to deal damage are the Ghost rockets. These are unguided, or no, sorry, they're guided, you know, manually. They're not lock-on, they're not heat-seeking, that type of thing. Basically, wherever you fire, they go in that direction until they hit something, or until they just disappear. Maximum range is 15,000 meters. They fire a volley of 16. Base damage is 70. And base cooldown is 10. So these do have quite a lengthy cooldown. You've got two other variants here. One deals damage over time, but deals less initial damage. And then you have heavy rockets, which are less forgiving. You only get 8 shots in a volley, or 8 rockets per volley with the heavy rockets, but you deal more than double the damage, which is pretty damn it's really nice. But for the sake of, just doing an overview here, we'll go with the Ghost rockets. You'll notice 16 rockets there, whereas they have 8 here. So if you're a better shot, you're going to deal more damage with the heavy rockets. But again, 16 rockets are more forgiving if you're, not as confident in yourself to fire 8. But yeah, 10-second cooldown, pretty lengthy cooldown. And this ship is all about delivering its payload and then getting back into its cloaked status, waiting for the ambush to have finished its cooldown. And having mentioned ambush, let's just talk about what it does. Increases damage output by 200%. It lasts for 8 seconds, ample time for you to get off your rocket volley. And the base cooldown is 20 seconds. So, look, 10 seconds for ghost rockets. So, for every 3 you fire, every 3 volleys, you'll have 2 at least that have increased damage by 200%. So, what you do is, you use your cloaking drive, which turns you invisible. As you can see there, cloak turns the ghost invisible, causing energy to be used on movement, which is a nice little balancing aspect there. You cannot stay cloaked indefinitely, at least if you're moving. You have to think strategically where you want to go and when you want to go there. Is it worth you rushing for the enemy cap or forward operating base and possibly losing all your energy, or do you want to sit there in one spot and wait for an enemy to approach you, at which point you can spring your trap? It's completely up to you, but I think that's a really nice little balancing aspect there. While you're cloaked, it reduces or removes energy while you move, which is pretty nice. But in combination with these 3 here, you can see just generally how the ship is meant to play. You hit cloak, you approach an enemy. Usually it's something softer, like maybe a support ship or even a softer attack ship. If you're going to go against the heavies, you haven't got a chance in a single volley. Even with that 200% damage increase, what's that? 210 damage per shot, base damage. That's still not enough to even take down about a third, I'd say, of their health. And then you have to wait 10 seconds while possibly being under fire from them, as well as maybe an ally. It's not going to go well. But generally, what you want to do is cloak, approach a target that you are confident that you can possibly defeat easily, hit them with ambush. Ambush is just a laser, a line you direct with your mouse cursor, clicking on an enemy target. That flags them as taking the 200% increased damage, and then just unleash the volley of rockets. Super nice, super simple, super effective. But then we get into the more complicated, I'd say complicated, but not really. But it's more part of the strategy or the tactics you have to think about. We have the target blink. So this will blink you to a target. The range is 7,500 meters, so you're limited to that distance. And the cooldown is 20 seconds, exactly the same as the ambush. So, target blink relocates the ghost to a targeted ship or decoy ship on use. A useful tool to catch or escape from your enemies. And this is going to be integral, because not every time you ambush an enemy, you're not going to be successful every time. Even if you do deliver your payload, you've still got 10 seconds to wait to unleash another volley. And even with that volley, you're not going to have the 200% increase in damage. So, the damage is going to be drastically lower if you don't succeed with your first volley. So that allows you to blink to an ally possibly. Or, what you can do is you can use a decoy. Now, this deploys a drone that pretty much makes a hard light image of your ship. It can be deployed up to 5,000 meters away, which is nice because that's 7,500 meter range on the target blink. It lasts for 30 seconds. It has 1,000 hull strength as its health pool, and a base cooldown of 45 seconds. Just to read the little blurb there. Decoy creates a copy of the ghost at medium range from the ghost. Use the target blink on the decoy to escape from danger. So not only is it really fun, and this is why I don't like playing stealth ships against bots, because they don't fully enjoy your evilness and your just complete dickishness in this ship. Let's say there's a player advancing towards your operating base, your FOB, and then you deploy the decoy right in front of him. Well, he's going to crop himself and think, oh shit, okay, there's going to be a volley of rockets from this ghost. When in fact, no. It's just a decoy. The real threat is right behind you. And it's kind of there that the ghost turns into the slasher monster villain of Fractured Space, which is why I love it. and which is why I want players so badly back in this game. Playing a cloaked ship against players is just so much more enjoyable. It makes you feel powerful, being able to watch them from afar and they're not able to do anything. I mean, that sounds creepy. Granted, it does. I'll fully agree with you that that sounds creepy, but I'm only doing it in fractured space. I mean, I know it's thousands of crew members that die whenever I inevitably destroy them with my ghost rockets, or my heavy rockets. Personally, I'll use them. But it's such a nice little thing to do. Plopping down a fake ship in front of them and instantly terrifying them for a split second until they realise, why is it not moving? Because, by the way, the decoys don't move. Now, you have 3 variations of decoy available. Some can be deployed at further ranges, but of course that comes with either a longer... No, it does come with a longer cooldown or a shorter cooldown, yeah. You got the quick decoy, which instead of being 5,000 meters is only 3,000 meters away, which of course means you're going to be either closer to your enemy or whatever you're trying to get away from. But the cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds. Or you've got the jump decoy, which increases the range to 7,500 meters, which you're just really 500 meters within that there for your target blink, and the cooldown goes up to 50 seconds. I use this because if I need to get out of there, I want to be as far away from whatever's trying to kill me as possible. It works. I mean, this ship isn't the most action-packed, but I would say it's the most satisfying when all goes according to plan. And down here, this is just point defense. This really isn't important. If this ever releases again, which I'm hoping it does, always go with manual. You don't want to go with automated point defense. Always go with manual. Basically, what this is a button that you can press to take out enemy ordnance or missiles, whatever is that's on their way to deal you some damage. Simple as that. You can also take out fighter craft, bombers, that type of thing. But anyway, that is the Ghost. And just even to look at it for a moment, at how the ship looks visually, I do like it quite a bit. I'm a fan of the United Space Research design philosophy, which is very, I would say it's realistic. Because, I mean, if you look at the International Space Station, or vessels or rockets, you know, that go into space at the moment, you know, they're very, very similar aesthetically, very similar in fact. I mean, just look at the detail though. You got the bridge there, all these different thrusters. You got the wings here, which have a couple of rocket batteries positioned on them. You've got all these sensor nodes. Even the bow here, which is sort of sphere-like, is pretty damn cool. It's like a bulb. It's so awesome, this design. Just for example, just to show you the USR design, which you're gonna like this one. Look at this big fella. That is the destroyer. Or that's the Ares skin. Just to go back to the default, look at that. Look at those guns. Damn. It's so good. It's so damn awesome. But anyway, let's find the Ghost and let's get ourselves into a game. We are currently loading into a Conquest game mode. Conquest is, think of a MOBA, lane defense, that type of thing, only without, there's no real minions or anything. Although you've got some transport ships, but they don't fight back. They just either hinder enemy leveling up or yourself, depending on who's killing what. But here we are. Now this is our main base. It's heavily defended. It's very large. And whenever you get to attack it, the enemy team's main base, it's very cinematic and is quite cool whenever you're working together to beat it down. But anyway, 3 seconds to go. We need to start thinking about where we're going to deploy to, which sector. And the best way to do that is to watch where your teammates are going and then act accordingly. Right, where's everyone going? Jumping, jumping, jumping. We have... How many is that? Is that 2 in each sector? We're going to go to Alpha here. There's 2 in each. And there is my favorite little navigation officer, IX-209. Oh, I love him. Oh, it's Alvy! Oh, it's been a long time, guys! Oh, it's going to make me sad. Right, we've got an enemy hunter and an enemy superlifter. The hunter is an attack-focused ship from Zarek Industries, and the superlifter is a support-focused ship from Zarek Industries. I still remember. Damn it. Now, our target is the superlifter as a support vessel. It is our objective and main focus to take it out. So we'll be slow on the approach because we're cloaked, and you can see on the right hand side of the screen there, fairly middling of the screen, there's a blue bar that is being depleted. That is our energy bar, and as we move while cloaked, it will deplete. Now the superlifter is getting out of there quite effectively. Goldie Roger, nice One Piece reference. Oh, that means there's a developer at Edge Case that's a One Piece fan. My man. Bye bye, bitch. Well, I missed most of them, but also landed quite a few. There I am going on about how hard it is to miss a shot earlier, and then I go and miss a shot. But look at this. This is one of the nice skins available for the ships in Fractured Space called the Phantom. Looks like the Hunter is fairly capable. Let's finish him off there. We're kind of like a, I don't know, a carrion bird. A vulture. Just picking off what's already been dealt damage. Incoming enemy missiles. Point defense engaged. Although we'll hide behind this structure to lose most of them. Oh shit, that's a Raven. That is an attack focused Titan defense system ship. And it is quite nasty. I need to cloak. Cloak engaged. We're still in a really bad spot here. Now if you look at the bottom right hand side of the screen of the window there. Oh, hold on. I had sustained heavy damage on the right side of my ship, but it seems it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Although look at them, they're pushing on forward. So what I'm going to do is capture this forward operating base of the enemy, heal up, and then I'll jump to Gamma. Gamma is the midpoint. Capturing it gives you a buff that increases damage done, and if I remember correctly, also maybe increases defense. I can't remember, but it's really worth going after it. So you'll notice on the right hand side of the screen, top right, oh shit, something's firing at me. One of the enemies is returning to take me out. That will be the enemy Hunter, which is a ship that's capable of jumping. So what I need to do is jump away. There we go. Avoided some enemy missile fire, which is good. But we need to jump back to a home base. Now while you're currently engaging in a long range jump like this, you take increased damage, so it's never good to do that while an enemy is currently firing at you. Although I was a fair enough distance away there, and I'm dealing with an AI bot that it's really not much of a threat. As you can see, I survived, so I was right. Now we have our first point to spend. We'll put it into attack, of course. Yes, enemy is taking Gamma, it seems. Have they taken it yet? Did they capture it? Or is it fairly even? I can't tell. I know we'll go and help out. I'm going to cloak as soon as we get in. Okay, there we go. We're cloaked. Oh, they have a Gladiator. Now, a Gladiator is a heavy. Basically, a moving fortress. Once it gets locked down in a sector, you've got no chance. Oh, hold on. He's taking a lot of damage from our Enforcer. So if I can move in a little bit closer, I can aid and assist in sending him to the grave. Target down. And we need to wait for our cloak cooldown. 2 seconds, there we go. Now while you're cloaked, you cannot capture anything, which is a fair trade-off, I think. But we've an allied Leviathan there, taking on a Hunter and a Raven. We are in range to ambush and wipe out that Raven, so we'll do just that. But the enemy Hunter is still going strong, at least for now. Fire a few missiles there at him, or a few rockets. Keep calling them missiles, but they're rockets. They're not guided. Come on. Target down. Not doing too badly at the start here. But I can upgrade at a station, so let's go to Alpha sector. We'll move it. Oh, look at that. Look at the darkness enveloping my ship. You might have missed it there because of the lights. If I have one complaint about Fractured Space, is that on screen at times there can be a lot going on visually. I mean, the game looks very good and sometimes there's a little bit too much detail. which I noticed was more prevalent in the Legacy episodes, which is kind of like a kind of story, few story game modes, I guess. Not really. But yeah, there's a mission where you have to defend or repair an allied destroyer and destroy the enemy's destroyer. And there was a lot going on there that it's so difficult to see what's going on, and it actually gave me migraines, which is never good. Engage your cloak. Allied Enforcer is taking one hell of a pounding. Although, that Super Lifter is a really juicy old morsel. Look at him go! I don't even need to use my I was just saying that I don't even need to use my ambush, and then he doesn't die. So I should have used the ambush. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Cloak! 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 Gain altitude. Do you even gain altitude in space? That's something that's always confused me. Got him! Sucks to be you! Oh, there's a hunter. Now we have 5 seconds until ambush is cooled down. Where's... Hold on, he shouldn't have a lock on me. He doesn't. Notice how those missiles just went all over the place? Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get! And I am going to recloak, and then I'm going to get you on the next pass. Oh, we got a Raven capturing our forward operating base. Okay, let's show him that he doesn't do that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Now he's taking more damage from the top of his ship. Oh shit, okay, that's a lot of missiles incoming. Notice that ambush-less damage there. That 200% really makes a difference. Oh. I'm close to the ship. I don't want to be close when it's detonating. That will deal damage to me. Okay, enemy brawler's got me grappled, which means he's going to drag me in. And that's not good. Brawler is a close quarters attack ship. That is kind of giving away by its name, Brawler. We've got another point to spend. You only get 3 to spend in the match. 1 every 3 levels. And I am going to spend all 3 in attack, because the more damage I can do on the initial ambush, the better. Now, okay, we've already got allies attacking the enemy base. There are still 7 enemy defensive emplacements active, so they need to be taken down just for an easier time and an easier capture on our end. But yeah, 10 seconds and I'll be back in the fight. I really like that skin for the Super Lifter. I actually really like it. I'm not a fan of the Super Lifter, but it's not because it's a bad ship. It's just I'm not really a fan of support ships. Gamma's up in 1 minute, so we're going to arrive early and get into a decent position for an ambush. That seems like the decent thing to do. We're moving in. Enemy hunter sighted. Level 6. He is, but we're level 7. Okay, our Super Lifter is making charge. Going to be the Vanguard, which isn't a good thing. He is, well, put a hunter and a Super Lifter together. It's not really the Super Lifter that's going to come out of that fight winning 9 out of 10 times. But you never know, there are some good Super Lifter captains out there that will surprise you. Now the Super Lifter is our target. Again, always go for the ships that can be the biggest detriment to your team. Oh shit, okay, spotted. Somebody spotted me. I'm not fully, or I can't fully remember the abilities of every ship, so I'm not sure what it was that spotted me. Oh, look at that damage! Come on, 3. There we go, good job. Good job, King of the Pirates. Oh. I missed every rocket there. That is not good, but I want to remain uncloaked here. Mainly so I can... God damn. Mainly so that their cap isn't as fast on this sector. Come on. Got him. Need to move away, need to move away. Damn it. Took a little bit of damage there, nothing too serious. And there's the enemy Gladiator. Now, the Gladiator is one of my top 3 ships in this game, at least when it comes to fun factor. But its weakness is the very top, where its guns don't have the best firing arc. So, ambushed him, taking down about a fourth of his health. But, come on, jump, jump, jump. There we go, cloak. Oh, yeah, look at that. Our Leviathan's moving in against the Gladiator. Big fella against big fella. It's like two idiots wearing those sumo suits. Bye, Gladiator. Oh, maybe not, actually. He's still alive. Well, he was. Enemy Superlifter has returned. You're our target, big fella. Our cloak was momentarily disabled. Almost got him. Almost. One more volley and he'll be out for the count. Come on. Oh, we've hit something. Looks like we hit an asteroid or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm overshooting a lot of targets. I need to get used to the trajectory again. We're able to move. Oh, we're not able to move the enemy base just yet. I'm going to move back to Alpha and support the push there. We have more of an allied presence in Beta, which is why I'm going to Alpha. And I would like to level up. I'm level 7 currently, but I have the capability of getting to level 8. Halfway to level 9, which is the max level. The reason I'm explaining a lot of the smaller details is because a lot of you out there that are currently viewing this video, and a lot of subscribers that I currently have, are Dreadnought fans, which is fine. And I think a lot of you would like Fractured Space as well. Although most of you probably will sadly never get the chance to play it, unfortunately, which is really sad. It's one of the few things that really makes me sad. There's a lot in gaming in this day and age that makes me angry, like furious, but there's very little that makes me actually sad. And this game just not being available for everyone is one of those things, because it really does deserve it. Move, Superlifter, move. Got him. Oh, that damage burst is insane. Recloak. Position ourselves directly above the Gladiator. Notice that those guns are on port and starboard, directly to the left or right. Gives them a very poor firing arc. Directly above or below. Enemy. Top of the enemy ship is flashing, which means its armor is just completely destroyed. That way we can do more damage. So if we get another ambush, we should be able to deal a killing blow. Almost. Come on. 2, 1. We got rocket skin. Target's dead. There we go. That's about 5,000 lives lost. All for the glory of the United Space Research. Really doesn't sound like a warlike department, does it? It really doesn't. USR, and it sounds more militant. Put an extra S in there. You'd be dealing with something militant indeed. I'm just destroying these little mining freighters, because the enemy get less XP. There we go. Now what are they doing over in Beta? It's one of ours fighting one of theirs. We can ignore them for the moment. We don't really have much of a presence here. If anything, I want to get that Superlifter. The Brawler is a little bit too close for comfort. Even the Raven would be a better target. Let's close in here. Okay, we've been decloaked. Ah, damn it. You see, that's the thing about the Ghost. The missiles not being guided really does rely on you getting into a position where you're confident that you can land the shots. Because if you don't, you've just lost a lot of time. Okay, we've almost got him, so we can remain here like this just until we get the next rocket volley off. There we go. Brawler is right on top of us. We don't want that at all. We've got ambush again in a moment. Look at that damage, man. Look at that. Does not stand oh, okay, maybe he does. He is firing back, and he's doing a lot of damage to us because he excels in close quarters. I do as well, kinda, but not as much as him. Come on, give me the cloak, Dread. Give me the cloak.
Cloaking is disabled while detected.
I know that, obviously. Detected kind of means that you're... Come on, don't let anything hit me. Come on. Right. There's something we can do in Fractured Space is strafe. Let's close that distance. Oh, the gladiator's there. Is it worth it just to kill the brawler? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Big fella's jumping. Oh, hold on. Watch this. Oh, no! Oh, it was my fault. I got a little bit too overzealous there. So what happened there was the brawler, when it blew up, it created a shock wave that actually damaged me. And I have to wait 40 seconds to get back into the fight. But let's have a look at what is happening in Gamma. I'm getting a little bit too excited here. I'm really enjoying this, actually. Look at that. The Leviathan is a super cool ship. It's the most anime ship of any ship in this. It has a massive laser, and it has a missile called the Magma Lance. God damn it, if that doesn't sound like an ability a Gundam would have, I don't know what would. I mean, the guns aren't as powerful. They're very rapid fire, and there's a lot of them. But compared to a lot of other, let's just call them dreadnoughts or battleships in this game, the guns are by no means as powerful. Gladiator, Destroyer, Colossus, even the Aegis, I would say is a lot more powerful. Okay, we are going to move to Beta and capture that forward operating base, while our allies deal some damage to their main base. Thank you, AX209. I'm very grateful. Look at that. The thruster effects have not been updated. And we have victory! Get in. Look at that. Now that is glorious. Oh, I enjoyed that. The Ghost. The Ghost is a very... What is that saying again? Or it's not even the saying, it's more of a phrase, I guess. Oh, I can't remember. I cannot remember. But it's a very good ship. It's a ship that requires patience. It's not as flexible as many other ships in Fractured Space, but it does well at what it was designed for, which is surprise attacks, using the element of surprise to the detriment of the enemy team. And it does very well at that. And I got ranked up. Okay. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what ship you'd like to see next time. And of course, don't forget to check out my Patreon. I currently have 6 patrons, working my way towards 20. Getting there soon. And don't forget as well to check out the Discord. Just as I go, I would like to thank all my current patrons whose names are on screen right now. Enjoy whatever it is you're playing out there, guys. And of course, like always, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.